All right, so welcome M, newbie, yay. Everyone wave to M. Welcome Beck, welcome Lainey, welcome Georgie, and welcome Tara on her phone. Thanks so much for showing up on a Tuesday night, and thank you so much for being incredibly on time. I so honor that. You know how much that we need to honor each other's time, so thank you so much for showing up early, and really thank you so much for showing up for yourself. It has been an incredible day, so I hope that you have had an absolute ball as well. I'm going to get started very, very quickly into our team recognition, and we are all going to throw our hands up in the air and say congratulations to our 2-star Silver Circle consultant, Tara, who's on the phone. So the beauty of building your residual income is staying active in your auto ship on 100 BV per month. Now, because Tara did that and she got somebody started, one on the left, one on the right, she cycled 21 times. And so, yep, we're talking about income. So know that people's ability to earn income is, of course, the ability of themselves. But because of Tara's loyalty and that she has helped a few people get started, it means that she did get paid that 21 cycles, which is 1,260 buckaroos, which is incredible. I think that it's absolutely brilliant, and there is much more of that to come. So congratulations for enrollment, congratulations on your 2-star, Tara, and also congratulations to Deb Brown, who is not here, but she was also our other enroller for the week. And I will say congratulations to Shane and I, because we were able to get 2 brand new people started as well. Georgie, why are you on 2? You'll have duplicated yourself. That's the power of duplicate. Oh, that is freaky. Anyway, that's really weird. You plus Jolie. I'm back again. All right. Anyway, happy Halloween. Get a notepad and paper out, because there are a stack of events to run through, and we really, 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 really need to be building into these events. And that means that you should be taking a minimum of 2 people to each of these events with you, because it is not just good enough for you to turn up to an event on your own. You need to actually take people to an event as well. If you've listened to GoPro, M has just done GoPro twice, then you will know that events are the highest paid skill in network marketing. That basically each person that you take to an event with you is worth $1,000 to your business center. This is why we're always building into events, and it's so very, very important for you to get to them, so you can actually see that Isagenix is bigger than you. It's actually bigger than me. It's bigger than this little collaborative group. It is actually an incredible support community. And the greatest thing that I love about events is that you will see yourself there just in the presence of somebody else. You'll watch somebody that is just like you in the same circumstances, or perhaps, you know, as they were, is you now. You'll see them, and they will be sharing their story, and that story will have resonance to you. You will feel it, you will see it, and you will take it on, and then you will realize that what they have done, you too can do. Like, that is the power, and that is why you must get there. All right, so got your pen and paper handy? There is stuff coming up, and these need to be spread through your community, and you must be very powerful at inviting people to the events. Now, you will know that if I have spoken to Em, I've spoken to Tara, seriously, I know, like, I promise you that if you go to University in Action, you will not leave the same person as you were when you walked in the door. I know that. It's an incredible, powerful event. I think this will be my 7th. These will be my 6th and 7th UIAs, because I love them so much, because I go to a University in Action with David Wood, which is more about personal development than it is Isagenix. And I walk in there one person, and I leave as a different person, always as a better person than what I walked in the door. Agree, Georgie? Because I know, she's just come off. Oh, it's a pussycat. So anybody that's been to a UAA, can you just give me a show of hands, just to let these girls know who haven't been, or other people who haven't been, how powerful a change agent these are. Yeah? Change. Awesome. Georgie, have you not been to a UAA? Oh, honey bun, you are coming, right? Yes, that means she's excited. Awesome. Okay. Pen and paper.
I'm I'm trying to buy tickets, but the back office keeps like crashing. It's not working.
Okay. All right. We'll make sure that you still jump on there and you get that ticket ASAP. Yeah. All right. So we have University in Auckland. For anybody that has team in Auckland, or you have friends in Auckland, or you have prospects in Auckland, you can still get them to that event. It's on the 17th to the 19th of November. I will be there. So if you have prospects or friends or teammates over in Auckland, you can connect them with me. I'll be there. We then have Melbourne, which is the 24th to the 26th. So we go Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. So I know that there are some days that people can commit to and there's others that not. I get to whatever day you can. Obviously, if you can get to the Friday because that's the kickoff, or sometimes people work so they need to get there that day, just get your butt to one of the days. And if I can strongly encourage you to get to all of them and stay till the very, very end, because the closeout is my favorite thing in the whole entire world of his event. I promise you will not be disappointed. All right. We then have Start Online University. So this is not only for people in the Start demographic who are 18 to 35. This incredible online university is actually really great for everybody. That's coming up on the 8th of December. So note that that's a Friday. I don't know exactly what time it is for us in Australia because it was put on as an Eastern Standard like US time, but I will confirm that. So that probably means that it's actually going to be on a Saturday for us since the days are a little bit different. But just keep that date kind of around there. So that's the Start Online Uni. So if you don't know what that is, that's basically the Start ambassadors. The great people just kicking ass at 18 to 35, all coming on and sharing their best practices. It's a really, really great training for everyone, and it's free. It's online. It's generally done by Zoom. We then have the kickoff. So these have all been launched today. So we have Brisbane on the 6th of January. So please make sure that any of your friends, your prospects, your teammates in Brisbane know about that one. Adelaide is the 13th of January. So this is great if you have team up in the Sunraysia, so the Mildura area. Those guys are generally easier to get to the Adelaide event. Perth and Christchurch is the 14th of January. Sydney, Melbourne and Auckland is the 20th of January. Wellington is the 27th of January. And Cairns is the 28th of January. Okay? So there are events Australia-wide, and you need to get as many people bums on seats to those events as possible. Okay? We're going to be having a very big event push. The next 12 months, we're all going to be building into an event. And then, of course, what we also must be locking in now is Celebration in Brisbane in March 2018. Done, Lainey? Good girl. So if somebody right now, while I'm chatting, can actually verify those dates for me so we can let Tara and Em know, because I just don't know the dates off the top of my head. That would be great. So we know that it's in March. It is held at the Brisbane Convention Centre, which is near the South Bank area. So generally we stay at the Mantra on, I think it's Grey Street. But, going forward, we could probably be looking at doing some incentives where we do something that like we did for summer kickoff, where I paid for the accommodation because that was really fun, and we all stayed in an apartment, which was awesome. So, or 2 apartments. So we can look at doing something that into the new year. Okay. All good? Sound good? Okay. So I have done my speaking for a second, and I have been talking all day. So I'm like fired up. It's all good. But I'm going to bring the beautiful Emmelinka on. She's got the most amazing name, because I just want her to introduce herself to the group, say hello, who she is, where she's from, and then what she is doing here with our beautiful little group, and what she really wants to do with us. So the floor is all yours, honey bun. Off you go.
Thank you. Hey, everyone. Oh, well, where do I start?
At the top.
My name's Emmelinka, and here I have my cat as well.
who likes to be involved in everything possible. But I've just started off as an associate as of last week or the week before. Now, hopefully tonight I'll be signing up my first people, which will be fantastic if it all goes through. Thank you. But what got me started on this journey is that it came to a point in my life where my body took a back seat, I guess, because I was working so much. I lost touch, and I was once someone who was very fit, very into the gym. And I got a new job, and it was just work. And I was working in a job that I didn't even really like, not in the end. And that took over, so I ended up putting on weight. It played with, in a way, my mental health. I would have headaches all the time, even if I was drinking water. I wasn't sleeping as much as I would have liked to have been, worrying and stress about work. And I was just looking for something to bring me back, I guess, to bring me back to that better me that I knew was there. I just needed something to help me. And then I met Lisa. So Lisa talked me through, we got started. So I first ordered my first pack back in March, and then started again back in September when I got back from Europe. And so I've been taking the products again for another 30 days. And then I decided I needed to take the next step and do something with this opportunity that I have right in front of me. And I thought, if you have it here, you'd be silly not to do something with it. So I decided to sign up as a consultant. And I met with Lisa last week, talking through why I want to do it, who I can get to start up, which I'm located in Kilmore, so it's handy with Lisa being just down in Wallen. And yeah, so hopefully tonight I can sign up my first person, and then hopefully my partner as well. I'll get him into it as well. So yeah, a bit about me.
That's beautiful. That's unwritten, mate. So Luke's on board already. That's done.
Yes, that's what I use.
Yeah, that's right. And now people know that I'm a big one for verbiage. So tonight is done. So we take all hope out of it, and we really change our verbiage around. So tonight you definitely have helped your first person get started, for sure. And then Luke obviously will come on board, and then we congratulate you as our newest team consultant. So congratulations, everyone can give Alinka a hand. We help you future pace. And so really, tonight it's just so timely that I think that we can actually go in and we do some skill development around our three-way conversations or our connect calls, because it is something that really we haven't done much. We're not really using the power or the leverage. Like, let me reframe that from power to leverage of the three-way connect call. So Tara, I have to take my hat off to Tara. Every single person that Tara gets to a point of interest, she creates a chat, a three-way chat with me every time. And then she allows me to take over. So we spoke about it a little bit last week, where I have, please know that they're not just robotic replies to people, but there is a process that I go through to really help people understand what Isagenix is about and how, we can uncover their goals. And then I'm the one that goes in and will talk about the price. Okay, so please allow me to do that for you until you are skilled, until you are skilled enough to take on that yourself, especially when it comes to overcoming objections. Okay, so Em asked me that last night. What do I do when I get the price? So here's what happens. Generally, people ask you how much it is because they don't know what else to ask. It's exactly the same as if you go into a dress shop and somebody says, "Can I help you?" And you go, "No, thank you." And these are all conditioned responses. And it will be exactly the same when people ask you how much Isagenix is, because they don't know what else to ask. Okay. So, we need to uncover the actual goal for that person, pretty much what their ultimate interest is or what their ultimate goal is, for us to be able to make the correct recommendation. We have to, that we just really need to know, to effectively service them correctly. We have to really do a little needs analysis. So until you get that that verbiage and that language and that little process down pat, please allow me to do that for you. Why we generally open them up first in a three-way chat is simply for ease. But I will always ask, can I get on the phone with you? Can I have a chat? Sometimes that actually puts people off and they'll freeze in the conversation, and then we'll need to just get the chat going again. So again, allow me to get a feel for that. I, of course, love getting on the phone with people because we are all energy. Okay, we must see people's face, see their eyes, hear their words, and feel their trust. And we can actually do this through Zoom technology, or we can do it through Facebook messaging video. But and then also remember a thing: come away from the typing and get into the voice. The voice messaging is very, very powerful because we have to use our emotion. Okay, energy and motion. People will buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And voice and vision will build the trust better than any text message. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So that's the way we do it. Okay. Now, when we move to doing the three-way call, I would really love to start to use the Zoom technology. So it's same again. I really want people to see faces, see mannerisms. I talk with my hands. So I'm generally sitting here talking like this all the time, like on Zoom. So, this will all be the same. And so actually somebody can get that too, and I think that it's very important to see eyes and see face and see body expression for the trust. Okay. Remember at the end of the day that there is going to be a handover of credit card details. People will buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So we must build that trust, and we really must build it quickly. And this really is the quickest way that I know. If, however, we move to the simple art of doing a phone call, has everybody got one of these things, like an iPhone or like an Android, like some type of thing? Yeah. So doing a three-way call is very, very simple. Can you just, if you can you just grab your phone for me and open it as if you are going to make a phone call? Right. So it's probably not going to work because unless we make a phone call. But what you do is you dial me first. So you dial your expert, you dial your friend, you dial your mentor, whichever. So pretty much it's your job to confirm the time of the meeting. Okay. So working together, we work out what time is going to be great. Let's say M, your friend, we confirm that we're going to make a three-way, we're going to actually have a three-way phone call at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we've confirmed times, and sometimes that can actually be the hardest part of actually working together with everybody's schedule. But please know that at the end of the day, I will always work in with people's schedules. Three-way calls also only take about 15 minutes, okay? So confirming the time can often be the hardest part, and that's, of course, where Facebook Messenger works well because it can just be a to and fro in people's time. But whereas the actual phone call has to be booked, the same with the Zoom technology, it's got to be booked, okay? But anyway, book the time, okay? You dial the expert first. In this case, it's me. Emmelinka is going to call my number. I'm going to answer because I'm expecting her to call me. You're calling me 5 minutes before 10 a.m., by the way. So you call me at 9:55, okay? I answer because I'm expecting your call and I've got that time booked out. You then tell me who this person is, okay? What their interest in Isagenix. If you give me a brief overview of who they are, okay? So I'm not blindly going into a phone call. I'm also going to ask you, what tools have you shared? What does that person actually know about Isagenix? So I'm not repeating myself over and over, and it's not also my job to give them every piece of information. It's my job to social proof, and we'll get to that. So it's my job to give social proofing and edification and support and build more trust and rapport and do your close. But it's not my job to give all of the information that should have been done beforehand. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's very important that a tool gets shared beforehand. You know how much I love Mary Evans. I think that that's the most incredible tool that we have. It really explains Isagenix in a nutshell. All right. So you've called me, Em. You've dialed me, or your speed dial. All right. Then when it comes time to dial the other person, you'll press the, drop it down a little bit for me, Beck. Oh, you called Todd. There's the add button. There's a button when you bring up that thing that it says add call. That one, add call, right? Press that button, dial the other person's number. It puts the first person onto hold while you dial out to that second person, and then you have a very quick conversation with the prospect or the friend, okay? And then you say, hey, I'm just going to pretend that their name's Judy. Hey, Judy, I've got Lisa on the phone. She's really excited to talk to you. I'm just going to bring her in, and just say, I'm just going to merge the calls. Then there's a button. Beck, do you want to hold it up if you can? And it says merge calls. It's awesome. It has these two little arrows that go together. Yeah, so you just merge call, okay? And then pretty much what happens is then we have a conference call. Your job then is to do a very, very quick introduction, okay? The Emmalink, so if I will go very slow on this so you can write this down, or I have it typed somewhere, but you say, Judy, this is my friend, Lisa. You can call, you can call me your coach, your mentor, your support person, but really I'm your friend, because guess what happens in Isagenix? The strongest relationships and the strongest success partnerships in business building, and actually in anything that we do in Isagenix, is built with friends, okay? So this is my friend Lisa. She's been helping me with Isagenix. Tara always says she's a wealth of knowledge. So you can say that too. She's been with Isagenix now for almost 4 years. Her background is personal training and health coaching. She's a mum of 2, a wife of 1 that she knows of. I used to say wife. You just say wife and mum of 2. And she loves everything about Isagenix. And what I love about her, right? So then you just say something, just integrity, don't blow smoke up my ass, yeah? You just say, what I love best about her is that she just will help me with anything at any time, or, just something. Doesn't even have to be grand. Just say, what I love most about her is that she swears at the most inappropriate times. Whatever, all right? Whatever you want to say, I don't care. And then I will say, Emmalinka, thank you so much for that awesome introduction. It's so great to meet you, Judy. How are you? Emmalinka, it's your job to put yourself on TV. Okay? This is the hardest part for newbies to learn. Your job then in a 3-way call, even if we're on Zoom technology or Facebook calling, is to zip it. All right? Your job is not to talk. Once I start speaking, and your expert, your support partner, your coach, your mentor, and it might not even be me, because I'm going to touch on that in a second. Your job then, once you've done the introduction and the edification, is to please be quiet, okay? Because the more that you start, the more it becomes an actual 3-way merged call, the longer it takes, and sometimes the more confusing it can be, okay? So your job is just to zip it and be quiet, okay? And then it has a process. It's my process. You've edified, we've given the introduction. I establish common ground. I ask questions. I ask permission to share my story. I share basic information on cleansing in the business. I then ask them for a call to action. I cover any questions that they may have. And then we ask for a close and enrollment. Simple. I have it all listed. All right, I'm ready to go. I have it listed behind my computer. And then what happens when they've closed, and I've said, so it's so simple to get started. All we need is a Visa or MasterCard. Which will it be? All right. No worries. I'm just going to hand you back to Emmelinka because she can help you out with all of that. And I cannot wait to support you. I'm going to celebrate you so hard. Please know that all of your team is here for you. I've got to run, but I'm so, so very happy that you came to this decision. And then I'm off. I finish. And then I will say, I'll bring Emmelinka back into the three-way call. I say, Emmelinka, you there? Jump back on. Your friend is so keen to go. I cannot wait for her to get started. I've got to run now, but I'm going to let you go with this. But once that is through, please make sure she's celebrated and welcomed on her page because I'm going to jump on there and love on her hard. Cannot wait to get you started. And then I'm off. Takes 15 minutes. Okay? I am who's listened to Building a Network Marketing Leaders by Big Al. I am your employee for free on those. I'm waiting for you. Okay? Yeah, I know sometimes the hardest part is booking in the schedule, like scheduling the call, but you just got to do it. We've just got to find the time. They are that important to you and your business. And I am here as your willing employee. Okay? And don't be weird about it. Don't be weird about it. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm so new at this. I'm actually still learning the ropes. So I'm just going to bring my friend in the chat. Okay? You open it. Stop asking for permission. And stop thinking that it's weird. What we do next is I'm just going to ask my friend Lisa to jump in because I'm so new at this. What we do next is I want to help you get your products paid for. So what 2 people do you know? What we do next is I get you to take 4 photos and I'm going to log you into the IsaBody Challenge. What we do next is we're going to help your people get paid. What we do next is we're going to get your friends together at your house and we're going to do a launch party. What we do next is we're going to go to their house and we're going to do a launch party. What we do next. That line, what we do next, we also need to own the power of that because it's simply a process. So Emmelinka was thinking I was really clever and I said to her, I have so not built this business on my own. Do you know all I do is follow a checklist? That's all I do. I just clicked on isagenicsbusiness.com and I pressed start here. And I became a self-action orientated learner. And then I simply followed the process. When I first started, we did not have a new associate checklist, and I sucked at retention and people dropped off so quick. Now retention is incredible because every single person gets a welcome call and goes through the new associate checklist. Every single person through Zoom technology gets the you share, they share, repeat. I'm just following the process. Every single person gets a welcome. Every single person gets celebrated on day 1. Every single person gets celebrated on their cleansing. Every single person. All right, excuse you for a sec, no worries. You see what we do? We're just simply following duplication. Let's follow a checklist and go. And so the way that we're teaching you here how to do your 3-way or connect calling will be exactly the same way that you teach your people to do it. So when your friend comes in and she has exceptional results and it's time for her to share, we teach her exactly the same thing. Teach her, right? And it's very funny. I don't even know, I have to find out, but when I was at Celebration in the US, Michael Klaus did this incredible, and if you don't know who Michael Klaus is, that's okay. But he's one of the top, I don't know whether they're the top income earners, but hey, you want to write his name down? Is that what you're saying? So Michael and Klaus, Clouse. So he did this incredible training piece at Celebration, which was absolutely hilarious. It was really good. But he was talking about eggs and using eggs to cook a cake. And, there was a recipe and it said, add eggs. And so he said to the untrained, unknowing person, they just throw the eggs into the cake and then they start beating it up. But the cake's got all eggshells in it because we forgot to say, crack the egg open and just put the yolk and the white in, right? We forgot that little instruction. So what we've kind of stepped over here is actually coming into and showing the exact instructions of doing the leveraged connect call, okay? Once we get around our technology, like some people don't actually know how to actually dial the number and dial and add a call and actually merge a call. some people don't actually know how to click on a Zoom link. So sometimes you actually have to come back a step and be very direct in giving people instructions of how to actually do the leveraging. Does that make sense? And so I always think sometimes now, I think egg, for some reason it's planted in my mind that I need to really slow down and make sure that people aren't throwing the eggs into the cake mix and making a grainy cake. I want you to build a beautiful, amazing, large celebration cake that doesn't have any shell in it, which means that we need to slow down and give you exact instructions. Okay? Is that good? So we just need to get them happening. That's all. And then we need to really have this as being a duplicatable practice, because the job in network marketing is to be running on duplication and running on leverage. When we become an incredibly skilled leader, we leverage ourselves out of our business, which means that we make first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 100th generation leaders that will do exactly the same thing that we would do. Okay? That makes sense? Awesome. So I am going to set you all some, we'll talk about that. I'll have a look at that question in a second, but I'm going to set you I'm going to set you a task, and I don't know what I'm going to give you, but I'll give you something. The winner will get something, right? They have to be good, solid prospects. So I'm not asking you to add to leverage up bullshit calls. I'm not asking you to leverage up bullshit three-way chats on Facebook either. They have to be solid prospects and solid leads and solid questions, right? I'm going to set you a task of 3 in the next week. 3. You need to open 3 chats or organize and book in 3 three-way leverage calls. Okay? 3 each. And that's as well for all the people playing along at home. 3 each. Okay? So now know that I am not the only person that is able to do a 3-way connect call. This is really cool. All right? So Georgie, for instance, has a pregnant woman or somebody that has just recently given birth, and this woman wants to give Isagenix a go. Am I the expert for that call? Not the expert for that call, but Lainey is the expert for that call, because Lainey, not long ago, had beautiful little Piper. Yeah, and all her other troops. So Georgie organises the leverage chat and the leverage 3-way call with Lainey. Cool? Emmelinka has a raft of yummies coming through. Am I the right person to put on a 3-way chat for, someone that's gung-ho in the start demographic? Not really, because I'm 40. Fuck that. I wish I was a starter. But anyway, we would work with and we would find the right person. If it's a guy coming through, then of course we would find a guy to leverage within our larger group, not necessarily within Team Builders. We'd probably go up to Team Breakthrough. And we would find someone within the start demographic who was kicking ass, that was also competent in 3-way calls and connects and messages to link Emmelinka and her guy and that one together. Does that make sense? You have to pair apples with apples. All right? If it's somebody that's actually interested in the business opportunity, that's when I would expect you to, run of the mill, beautiful, I don't know why I want to use the word plain, but not plain cleansers, normal cleansers of about my age group. You can put them into touch with me, of course, but if there's specifics about that person, please make sure that we're looking for apples and apples. And you can ask in that chat thread, hey, I've got an 18-year-old guy coming through. He's really keen to build some lean muscle. Who do we know that we can connect him with? All right. And then our brains go on and we look for that person. Same as let's say we might have a 65-year-old. So then we look for creating a good chat. If it was a business opportunity, I would ask that you do message me, and then we might do a 4-way connect call, and we bring Brett or we bring Sammy in. Okay. that make sense? The more people feel supported, the more likelihood that their trust will bring them in. All right. Remember that we come in only for trust. We didn't come in for anything else. There had to be a massive trust connection with the person to come in. Okay. All good? So three-way connect, chats, leverage calls, whatever, and it doesn't always have to be with me. If you're not sure who you should make that within that one with, please comment in the chat thread and we will find the correct person. All right. And this is what we do. This is what we do. What we do next, this is what we do. Okay. It's common. It's just simple practice. All right, so let me get to this question. I find it hard to get prospects without cold messaging people. They all know what I do, so they think I'm only saying hello to get them to join. So very interestingly, in volume 2 of Building Network Marketing Leaders by Big Al, he actually says that it's an industry stat that most of us have not even spoken to our close friends and family. I haven't spoken to my closest friends and family because I assume that they know what I do. And I assume that they would not want to join. I assume that if they wanted to join, that they would have asked me already. So I'm full of assumptions. Yeah. So there is take the word hard out of the statement, because the word hard, reframe that as have a real dip. And actually, so how do you know, also, I'm going to ask you this question, how do you know that they think that you're just saying hello to get them to sign up? Have they all said that to you? No. So just a random thought popped into your head that became a story, became an assumption, became a fear, always working into the fear of rejection. Yeah, simple. So stop it because it isn't true. Okay, I was quite shocked actually when I heard that stat in volume 2, that I think it was like I encourage you to go and listen to that one actually, because he actually goes through and he's actually interviewed top network marketing leaders in a lot of companies, and he actually asked them, where did you find your top leaders in your business? Where did you find your top leaders? Guess what the answer was? Most of them were friends or family. None of them were from flyers or web links or websites or mail drops or newspaper ads. That I think it was something like 96 or 92% of the top leaders were their friends and family. Makes sense? So stop running under the assumption that people think you're only saying hello to them to get them to start, because it's procrastination, because you're scared of rejection. Know that I'm telling you the truth. Yeah. And then go and talk to your friends and family. Eric Warray, I'm going to the top. I told this to Emmelinka. You need to come across with this certainty when you start building your business. I've just started this incredible business with Isagenix. Say the word, be proud of it. It's freaking nothing to be scared of. I just started this incredible network. I started this incredible business with Isagenix. It's a health and wellness company. And do you know what? I'm so excited. I'm going to the top, and I'd love to take you with it, because you know what? Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't I want to take my friends and family with me? Their choice to say yes or no to you. It's your choice to ask them. All right. Another powerful statement that you'll hear from all of the greatest leaders in our company. I accept responsibility for everything that I have in my life, and I accept responsibility for everything I don't have in my life. Your success stops and starts with you. Cool? I know I am 100% correct most of the time. Susan Sly, did you guys watch those little recordings? I'm so sad for you guys if you weren't actually in the Rise Up Challenge, because she was so good. But I appreciate that there was stuff going on, and I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why I want to say sorry, but I'm sorry that you couldn't get your celebration ticket to be in that group, because her training was so gold. And I love the way that she always gives hard coaching, and she always says, please know that what I'm saying to you is delivered to you through the lens of love, always. And then it's your perception of how you take on this coaching, right? You see me through the lens of your perception. You hear my words through the lens of your own perception. I can't control that. I'll only control that I'll ever only tell you the truth for the good of yourself. So you have all of the incredible freedoms that you're wanting, all right? Does that make sense? All right, good. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out, just let all that go because I was a little heavy. But accept responsibility for where you're at. Stop procrastinating. Stop making up fear bullshit stories in your own mind that all of you people know what you do. They don't. You're also not that important. Oh, I delivered that today in my training. Actually, we have 90,000 thoughts per day. You cannot be that special that you think that your friend or your friend or your friend or your friend or your friend is thinking about you 90,000 thoughts per day. They are not thinking about you at all. You are a tiny spectrum in their 90,000 thoughts. So get over yourself. You're not that special. And get to work and contact your people, right? However you contact them, there is no wrong or right. You can call them, you can message them, you can send them a letter, you can send them a pigeon, you can do launch parties, you can do whatever. Find your fit and just take action, okay? All right? I mean, you're special to me. You're just not really special to everyone else because they're too busy drowning in their 85% of their 90,000 thoughts, 85% of their negative 90,000 thoughts. Does it make sense? Cool. All right. That is really it. So we've got our tasks. All good? Okay. Going to stop recording. Thank you, ladies. Don't run away. Thank you very much for jumping on board. For those at home, please make sure that you are leveraging our three-way chats. So our video messaging, so Zoom or Facebook messaging or our calling. And remember that the power in your network marketing success is your ability to duplicate and leverage. Okay. Thank you.